out because hello everybody out there, we have a lot going on and they keep you informed as to what's going on in the community. And I think at this time it's very important because we're heading into an election cycle, so we definitely want to make some smart decisions, vote for people who are going to support the things that are important to us and what we need, and put our concerns first. So as we enter that season, keep your ears posted. Don't fall for anything. You know, those slicky slick. Do your homework. What's up, Clack?
What's going on? How you doing, girl?
Not a whole lot. What you got for us today, Mr. Clack?
Man, a lot has happened in a week. I'll just start off with that. You know what I mean? It was all good just a week ago.
What a different 7 days make.
Man, what a difference! Like, uh, so first off, I'm not. I can't say anything about the negotiation or anything like that. So I know that's what everybody want to talk about, but I can't speak on the whole teacher contract situation. I'd like to, but I just can't. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
in litigation, so I don't want to jeopardize anything. You know what I mean? But I can't. What I can say is, no, I was not on the negotiation team. I know that was a question. Um, the reason why is I'm not a negotiator. You know what I mean? Like this was, I was my first time being on a board. I haven't had any experience, so I thought the rightful thing to do would be to experience people on the board. You know what I mean? And I just it's supposed to be the superintendent administration anyway. So just to get that out the way, yes, I was the president. No, I was not in the negotiations. So just to get that out the way. But I also would like to say to address the situation that happened at my event at the cigar lounge.
Oh yeah.
So my buddy, y'all can go. I'm not gonna. I was going to actually send a video to Mickey and have him play it while we were on here, but I'm like, it ain't even all that important. You know what I'm saying? Like I scheduled an event, you know, 2.5, 3 weeks out, almost maybe a month, something like that. I don't remember how, but I do know that I posted it almost 10 days, a week or 10 days before the event. You can go to his Facebook page and watch his live. His name is King's Mr. Gray, and watch his live and he'll explain the situation. You know what I mean? So
and that's King Mr. Gray's. If you want to know what happened at Mr. Clack's fundraiser, there was a little stink with
the scheduling
and some local administrators. So if you want to find out what happened, you can go to his page. Where is that?
King's Mr. Gray
King's on Facebook. Mr. Gray on Facebook. Go ahead.
So he explains that, he and I are real close. We've been close for, 25 years or something like that, middle school. And that the schedule was whatever, and they whatever, and y'all just go watch it,
Okay.
So I just wanted to put that out there. So
okay. So just for clarity, for those who may not know, during this fundraiser that Mr. Clack had scheduled, because he is running for the state rep job against Cynthia Nilly. So he had a event planned, and at the last minute, so did she. So the night of his event pops up her as well. And so a little stinky stink jumped off. So anyway, we're going to put that behind us. Michael Clack said he's going to let it ride, but just to fill you in as to what happened. And hello to all our 810 News Media Group viewers. Chris, Miss Bobby, Kathleen, Sonia, Deshaun, Eddie.
What's up,
Marilyn? We definitely want to miss Tia. We definitely want to shout you guys out because we love you. We need your support. You give us so much life. And that's why we're here keeping you informed, because you've let us know that our voices are very necessary. And we feel like you need to know what's going on. We want you informed. We're not trying to make any decisions for you, but we do want to help you make good decisions. So that's why we're here. So what else is going on, Mr. Clack, with that situation?
What situation?
Anything you want to tell us about your position that you're running for?
Oh, yeah, I do. I got a couple video. I mean, not videos, not videos. I got a couple screenshots. Y'all, yeah, King's Mr. Gray. So let me just lead into this because I don't really, y'all know me. I'm pretty laid back. I'm pretty mellow. I don't really get into a whole lot of riffraff. I kind of play the back. I don't really get involved in a whole lot of stuff. So not that one. Not yet.
I
Not
can
yet.
I can attest to the fact that
Not that one.
Mr.
Not that
Clack
one.
is
Not that one. Not
pretty
that
much
one.
laid back
Not that one.
until you
That one.
go too far. Okay, so he has a slide pulled up for our radio listeners, and he's going to speak on what he has pulled up. Go ahead.
Okay. So they able to see it?
But go ahead and speak to it because the radio won't see it.
So I want everybody to look at when Mickey get it pulled up.
So what it is it's a letter that uh
Okay.
okay, go ahead.
So I want everybody, first off, let's scroll back up to the top, Mick, please. I want everybody to see where this is coming from.
And this is the State Board of Education, Lansing, Michigan. And this is dated for January 8th, 2024 from Miss Pamela Pugh for those of you who are listening on the radio. Go ahead.
Doctor.
Dr. Pamela Pugh, who is the president of the State Board of Education at this time.
So I'm glad you said that. The date, January 8th.
January 8th, 2024.
Okay. So scroll on down. It's explaining, Dr. Pugh's explaining our debt, and why we need debt relief or whatnot. And so keep scrolling, Mick, please. I took the liberty of highlighting my statement.
And I'll read that for you.
You can go ahead and read it.
Okay, and this is Mr. Clack's statement, and this is a project that him and Dr. Pamela Pugh had been working on previously to January 8th. That's when they got the business solidified, but they had already started working on it. So let me read this to you. It says Flint Community Schools proportion of children with special needs far exceeds that of the state. Therefore, our district similarly needs urgent debt relief to protect and enhance the education of our children. We've seen the positive impact this relief can have, and it's time Flint receives the same level of support, assistance from assert Michael Clack, president of the Flint Community Schools. So this is the letter that Mr. Clack appealed to Dr. Pamela Pugh.
She wrote it.
Mm-hmm.
She wrote the letter to
to the state,
right,
right,
and asked me for a statement.
And that's your statement, right?
So now, question: how many years were you on the school board?
I was on there for 6 years. I did a full term.
Okay, full term. In
Yes.
6 years, you went through. That's 2 separate state representatives, right? And them 2 separate state representatives, how many times did you reach out? Did they reach out to you, or did you work with them on any type of funding or projects or anything?
I don't recall. I don't recall anybody. They'd always send us letters and invite us to stuff, but actually getting involved in the physical distribution or assistance on a personal level, no. The board and the administration, hired attorneys and people that had contracts are involved, but never any state representatives from the outside working so closely.
Okay, Nick, I'm gonna ask you to pull up another picture, please.
And so you're saying this because of why? Because you got another 4 minutes on the 1420 side, so we want them to know.
I'm saying this because there is a particular, I'll say, just a board member that's trying to force the state representative into a situation that they weren't involved in.
Okay.
So, and basically by the mayor, influenced by the mayor.
Okay. Yeah.
This situation, have you, again, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. That one.
No, I don't recall that ever happening.
Okay, scroll up some.
State Representative Cynthia Arnilly is involved. Is that what Representative Nilly takes pride in community activism by attending local events? Has she ever been at you guys' board meeting? Have you seen her at a board meeting?
She and the mayor came to the first meeting when I was
when you got sworn
when I
in.
got sworn in as
Okay, I
president.
remember that.
Yeah, yeah. So this is
So let me sum it up because we got another 3 minutes on the five on the 1420 side. So basically, what you're saying is you and Miss Pamela Pugh, if I'm getting this correct, have been working on something, and suddenly, due to the politics, you feel like she's being asserted into you guys' work.
yes.
Okay, so basically plagiarism. You trying to slap your name on somebody's hustle. All right, I'm gonna bust it. He didn't say it, I said it because I'm gonna wrap this up because we're on the 1420 side. And that's terrible because this is your opposition running for the state representative job. And if this is your work and every time you put in hard work, she's just gonna slap her name on it, then I don't know how productive that will be if she continues in the state rep situation. Because are you gonna do her work for her and let her slap her name on there on the state rep
No,
level?
it's all about right and wrong. You know what I mean? Like again, I said I'm running a clean campaign, but no,
Right.
and again, I'm not looking for no awards. I don't care about no accolades or none of that.
That's
But I
right.
ain't about to let you take no credit for the work that I done did. You know what
The
I mean?
truth is the truth. I don't care
it's
who you're telling
it's
it
not.
on.
It's just about being real. You know what I mean? Like you
Okay.
ain't finna see me try to. That's just not right.
Right.
You know what I mean? Um,
He's running against Cynthia Nilly, who is the mayor's wife. She presently holds the state representative seat. But the problem is, what Michael Clack is saying here is that him and Dr. Pamela Pugh have gotten together to work on the the financial strongholds that have plagued the Flint Community School District all this time. And so now that they are maybe possibly reaching a resolution, she's trying to just slap her name right on there. And she hasn't been in any. Has she been in any meetings with you guys?
no,
Any phone calls? Any Zoom? Anything?
no,
Okay, and so she's gonna slap her name right
not while
on
I was the
there.
president.
Okay.
That's why I asked you. You've been on the
Well,
board
no,
for 6 years.
when I was the president and we were talking to Mayor former Mayor Weaver and Dr. Pamela Pugh trying to get some things done. And no, she was not working with us at that time. And as a matter of fact, I think was her. Yeah, I think Mayor Neely was the mayor.
He came.
No,
No,
nobody
he was.
was. No, no, no. That's never. I've never witnessed it.
The point
Okay,
I'm trying to break is before she was the state rep,
nobody.
he
Right,
was the state rep.
right.
So did either one of them reach
Never,
out to you?
never.
Me either as the president. I've been on the board for 14 months, but it hasn't happened. I
Some
don't know.
love letters, that you send out to everybody. Congratulations,
I ain't got one
or
of them.
we having a bar mitzvah over at the bougie or whatever, but nothing, nothing of substance that would benefit the district that they were doing for us directly, and we needed so much help. But yeah, so anyway, on the 1420 side, we're going to wrap up. If you want to continue with myself and Mr. Michael Clack, candidate for state rep of Michigan,
She is in the race.
um, you can catch us at 810 News Media Group on YouTube and on Facebook. We appreciate you. We love you. Love yourself. Love someone else. Be strong and stay positive. And until next week, have a good Friday and peace on the 1420 side. And if you'd like to call in on today's show conversation, the number is 810-893-0107. Thank you for tuning in with us. We appreciate you. Good night.
So Chris, she is running in a different race, but her official capacity now is the state school board president. So she still is over the entire state as far as the school boards. Like she's the school board president.
Right.
She's still, that's her official capacity right now.
Right.
So that's what that is. So she was just doing her job. You know what I mean? It's not like she was, she did doing what she was supposed to do. It's not like she was.
Well, and then the thing is, and I can say this from when I was on the school board, I always reached out to Dr. Pugh, and I don't care what I came up with or what issue I was having. She was always receptive to helping me. She was always willing to lend me her ear. She always returned calls. She was always involved with the Flint education system. So this is no shock. This is no surprise. This is nothing out of the ordinary. She's always been an assistant and a friend to our city. So,
and also Flint is not this is nothing that hasn't happened around the state. I worked. I was on
because Ben Harbor received
that's what I was just about to say.
relief.
I was on a podcast with Dr. Padroni and Elnora Gavin out of Benton Harbor.
Yes.
She's the one who spearheaded their debt relief thing.
Right.
So we was, it's not like this is just now happening. You can go on there. Me and Dr. Padroni and Elnora had a podcast. This had to been October, November, because when we went to Lansing for that meeting, I ran into Elnora down there, and we was talking about it. So
Okay.
so this is nothing. This is nothing that just
That
sprung
has
out,
never happened
right?
before.
And I'm
Right.
talking about just me and this whole situation for trying to forgive the debt. Like we got a
Hmm.
lot of stuff going on. So
Right.
it's just I just feel like it's oh man, my cousin, that's my cousin. He must be in town. It's like imperative to get all the information out and the correct information. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how I feel.
Diablito, hello.
That's just how I feel. Now,
How do you find it? How do you find Miss Anna? How do we find what? Oh, the information concerning the debt relief for Ben Harbor, or
you
I'm
can
not
just look it
exactly
up.
sure.
Yeah, yeah, you can just look it up. And then you can look up. I know. Ben Harbor was one. Uh,
Hi, Eula.
I want to
I
say
think
it
I'm
was.
pronouncing that right.
Don't give me the line because
Ulila. Ulila. Ulila.
Oh, it's on 810.
It's
It's
on.
on 810 with me, Dr. Padroni, and Elnor Gavin.
Okay, that's wonderful. So you can find that. And do you know what the title is or what the date was on
I
that?
I don't. I'm
Okay.
sorry, y'all. I don't.
Okay. Okay. We don't have the date on that, but I tell you what, can you get it together and
Yeah, I'll be able to. I'll be able to get it and find it and repost it. I'll post it up there. But yeah, Benton Harbor. She's the one who spearheaded there. So this is this is
her work? This is her work, and this is not the first time she's done this.
right. So I just wanted to put some information out there. So Mick, can you put another picture up, please?
And I just want to say, that's good work that Michael
Mm-hmm.
Clack
Yep.
that Michael Clack has done, because she can't just go around forgiving your debt. You have to ask. You have to ask, and unfortunately, that's another conversation. So I'm not going to take away from what Mike is talking about, because he's doing some amazing work over there. So we definitely want to talk about that. Go ahead.
So this is. I looked up uh Representative uh Elnora Gavin.
Okay. You want me to read that? I don't have my glasses
Um,
on, but
no, so this is I looked up, I guess, her bio or whatnot,
yeah.
and this is what it says. Representative Neely's focuses on.
So
It
it's
says the first is ensuring clean drinking water for every resident in Michigan,
and yet we still don't have
except for
our
Flint.
pipes restored. There's been no pipe restoration. And then this one make me mad. The last administration, if she was behind, and they was working diligently, okay, and if she was behind, they 2 weeks behind, they 90 days behind, they a month behind. Okay, well, this is his second term. Okay, how behind is he? But ain't nobody talking about that, because that's okay, because they were pressuring her, because they didn't like her. They weren't interested in your water being good or being changed or you being taken care of. They were trying to tear her down and keep you dog walking her so you wouldn't vote for her. And now we got this guy who was talking about the water tastes fresh to him. You done went and voted for him. The pipes ain't been changed. Now we 10 years into a water crisis, and he's sitting up here pretending like he's doing stuff for us, but that water crisis situation affects the children's learning and growth abilities, uh, is passing out cancer. Okay, so what kind of leadership are you doing if you know that we're in the middle of a crisis and you're just, this is kind of like Donald Trump pretending like COVID wasn't real. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the water crisis is real. I don't care how fresh the water tastes to you. Water that tastes fresh can still kill you if it got bacteria in it. That's how so many people drunk uh water that was poisoned and died. I'm sure if they thought it tasted so terrible, they probably wouldn't have drunk it. But anyway, that's a whole nother situation. Go ahead.
So this also says increasing access to affordable health care. That's
Yes,
a,
Winters. Go ahead.
um this is the one right here. Appropriately funding our schools. So when I saw that, I said, "Oh, okay. Appropriately funding our schools." So the reason why I said I'm going to run for state representative is because a couple of meetings ago, I don't know if y'all watched, we were voting to get a lobbyist because we needed to lobby some money from Lansing, you know,
Uh-huh.
to get some money.
Uh-huh.
They ended up backing out or however the situation went, and I just happened to be looking around and I looked this up and I'm like, well, if we had our state representative that was leveraging money back to our district.
Being if we been a little better. So I'm a firm believer that this administration is in cahoots with some of these partners that want to take over our public school district for their own personal, very own personal thing. You know, kind of like I won't get all off, and I'm not gonna say anything ugly. I'm trying to keep my balance and not go off. Look, not go off the deep end tonight, but you're right. You're right. You're right. It's not that hard to, just do the job. And I also wanted to say hi to Lumi because he's out there and he's listening. And this viewer, this ATN free
Free
Dario,
Dottie.
what would the Clack administration implement? So what would you do if you had the opportunity to hold that seat? What would you like to see happen? Or what would you try and make happen for us as Flintstones? Or even, Michiganders.
So the first thing that I'm all about education. And I know it might seem,
Yes.
I know some of y'all might be laughing like, y'all can't even get this teacher contract, but it's serious. So I'm thinking if I can get to Lansing and I can leverage some money back to the district, maybe we can pay the teachers 60,000 starting off. Maybe we can, I mean 50,000. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm not there, but I definitely would try. You know what I mean? Like we be like we ain't nobody in a rush to come to Flint. They're not getting paid right. It's all this
Right.
riffraff of this board, this council, that council.
Right.
Ain't nobody in a rush to come. So at the very least, the people that's dealing with all the kids need to be paid a fair wage. You know what I'm
That
saying?
was always my position. When I
Like
was on the school board, I voted for everybody on our payroll to get a raise. Teachers, security staff, whoever. If you dealt with kids every day on a daily basis, I was all for you getting a raise. Okay. But
so,
hey, they ain't like that. They ain't like that. They ooh, especially that little what's his name? Bruce. Oh man, Bruce used to give me hell. And I was trying to give them every because I know what it takes to provide for a child. I have friends that are principals that are over district. I have a girlfriend who helps run the Chicago school district. I have girlfriends in Florida that are superintendents. I have a girlfriend in Atlanta that works for the school district. So, and I have another friend girl that's a principal down in Birmingham, Alabama. So I know I have a good team to let me know what it takes and what is expected to provide a decent education. And we wasn't providing that.
hell, I know what it takes. I've been in the classroom, you know what I mean?
Right.
Damn near
You was a teacher, weren't you?
so that's why I feel so, like it's like I can't, it's like I'm stuck. I
You
can't
wouldn't vote. They don't
I
understand that. They don't understand that. Especially with this is the part that I think the viewers need to understand. And I want to say hello to Carl and Philip. This is the part that people don't understand. When you sit on a board, you can have the best intentions. You can fight your ass off. You need the majority of the board members to support you, or it's a no go. And a lot of times, people will not support you because they don't want to see you successful, which is the issue I had when I was the president at the Flint Community Schools, and the same problem that Miss Green had. They get the power tripping, folks that ain't even capable of doing the job. You know, up there lying and stealing and can't have way talk, and if they do talk, you don't know what they talking about. But, but those are the people that can be easily manipulated. Those are the people that will give your district away. Those are the people who don't have a backbone to fight because they don't even have any understanding what the battle is about. I used to hear people always saying, work with the partners, work with, okay, but if they trying to rape you and take everything worth having, you idiot, you gonna let somebody come in your house, get the big piece of chicken, get the steak, and you and your kids got rotten vegetables left, the best is always for them. You a fool. You a fool if you that hard up to kiss asses, to grin in the faces of people with important titles that you will go against your own self and your children and your community. Which is why I think this city council votes the way they vote. They weren't interested in another term. They came to steal, rob, and destroy this term. And they're doing an amazing job. And they're going to move on to other positions like they won a bunch of F ups here in Flint. And then people that fight hard, like Michael Clack, Miss Burns, Pfeiffer, Jerry Winfrey, they're persecuted because they ain't giving the bag up. Okay. And guess what? The media helps slay them too, because you need to understand the rich and powerful control the message. Why a bunch of poor folks who have been poisoned, then been robbed for your ARPA funds, don't get and then this is the thing that makes me so mad about the education system. The Flint Community Schools is paying for all these luxurious programs, but yet the kids are not performing. We don't have this. We don't. First of all, you got to get your administration out the politics, and you got to get your board to stop cozying up so everybody who's unqualified can get their pockets full. See, people got to give favors to people that they really ain't for, because they're incompetent and they need their job. And I done told y'all that. But anyway, go ahead, Michael Clack, because you know I go off the rail on them.
Okay, Mick. Let me see. Let me see. Fair wages for all.
Yep.
Job training and skill development initiatives. Crime prevention. How much money has been brought back to the city from the state in the name of crime prevention? And gun safety. What does gun safety mean?
And then all the police in Flint be over at the city council meetings trying to whoop the residents and arrest the city council people. When the residents call the police, they can't get nobody for 3, 4, 5 days or whatever. So I don't know what kind of anything look good on paper. Okay.
So
what's that?
You want to read that? You want me to read it?
I read the Michigan House of Representatives. Wait, Mickey then took it down. What in the world? Okay, I was gonna say, because you know I ain't got my glasses. The Michigan House of Representatives held a 1,149 roll call votes over the 2021 through 2022 term, according to MichiganVotes.org. These 20 representatives missed the most votes. Where a representative did not serve a full term, the number of votes held during the person's tenure is indicated in parentheses. Oh, I see what's going on. So we have our girl at the holding the number 5 spot for the most missed votes. Representative Cynthia R. Neely, Democrat from Flint, she missed 211 votes, and she is in the number 5 spot, only to trail to Detroit, Inkster, Detroit, and Mount Clemens.
Okay, thanks, Mick.
Wow. So 211 votes that she missed. Clack, you're not Greek, are you?
No,
No, he's not Greek. He said not yet, but no,
I don't want to say. I ain't want to say not yet. I just, I don't even want to. Man, I'm not saying that I haven't been there, because I done been on.
Laws don't. Laws don't deter people. It don't, because we looking at our whole. To me, our whole administration and city council and all facets of our local government just going rogue. I saw somebody ask about how do we select the president for the Ethics and Accountability Board. We were supposed to vote on that in January, and for whatever reason, the vote was slept. As far as me being the president, I don't think that I can get the support. I think they pretty much are not happy with me. So, especially after last week. But I'll continue to fight for you. It doesn't matter where I sit. I'm going to go hard for you. Titles are nice, but I'm on the board to serve no matter what title I hold. I promise you I'm going to be effective no matter where I'm at, because I have a spidey sense to see through the BS. Clark, what else you want us to know about what you got going on? When did you know anything about your next event, or
No, I'm not gonna be releasing that information just yet because you see how the last time I got to
Right. Oh
releasing
yeah, you
information, you see
right.
what happened the last time. People got to making reservations and showing up, talking about they done been there for had the reservations for 30 days, 90 days, and we just not gonna, we gonna wait, hold off on that. So I saw somebody ask me about my website and all like that. I haven't got it up and running yet. I haven't even, got everybody on my team just yet. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
we still, we taking it, we're moving, but of course we the little guy, we the underdog.
Right.
We got
Mr.
a big
Phillip.
ass bite though.
Yeah, Mr. Phillip was talking about the laws, and I'm being honest. You
I got
guys have
something I'm looking for.
you guys, if you want to call in, feel free to call in to comment on the situations that we're discussing. The number is 810-893-0107. And I just think it's sad that you can't announce your stuff because they're crashing your I mean, it's so childish.
I was laughing. It was funny
I
to
mean,
me.
that's so childish coming from a leader, a
It was
leader.
it was it was my sister was, shout out to my sister, man. My sister was like, Mike, now
I
Mike, now, and I'm like,
love
hey,
your
I
sister.
ain't tripping. Like they the ones tripping. If I was, do you think I'm checking for them?
Right,
Do you
right.
think I'm clocking to see where they scheduling their appointments at and where they didn't know? Clack did his own thing and somebody tried to crash the party.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I think being up against everything that you have been up against the year that you served as president, especially being a newbie, I think you did very well to hang on to the reins because that baby can go awry on you before you know it in the blink of an eye. Let me tell you, that puppy will be done crashed and burned so quick. So
Yeah,
just for you to keep the plane flying straight and not taking a nosedive, I commend you because you got a bow. I wouldn't want to be on that board with you. I thought we had a rough ass board when I was on there. But rest in peace, Mr. Chris Del Moroni.
yeah. Rest in peace, Mr. Del Maroney.
Um, he was a voice of reason. He didn't
What
always.
kind of
In
fun?
the end, he slowed down a little bit. I knew Chris from when he was a UAW member. He and I used to work together in the factory. And Chris has always been a rebel with a cause for the working class and the little guy and trying to do what's right. So I really miss him. Also, Pastor Gilbert, he did his best that he could do for us too in understanding the information because both of them came in on limited terms. But the jockeying for positions, that's what has to stop. If you have a comprehension problem, you cannot be the president because you're supposed to share the information
Oh, let me.
with
The views of Carol McIntosh are not the views of Michael Clack,
exactly
and I will now grab my parachute and
and
exit
leave the
stage
building.
right.
Well, just in all honesty, if they're the president, they're supposed to be able to distribute the information and kind of keep you informed. So, and if they can't do that, then that is a problem. And they don't have to call you on the phone to do that. They can send you an email or whoever they're getting the information from. If they're working in the district or for the city or whatever, you can have them send emails to everybody. So that way it's not secondhand information. They get it
Bless you,
directly
sir.
from the horse. So when you all come back to the table together, you all have the same information. So I just feel like you have to truly and you have to have a you true okay, let me ask you this.
Hmm.
Can you parachute back in? Do you believe that when you run for these positions, you have to truly have a desire to serve the people in order to do a good job?
Yeah, of course. Your mind got to be. I mean, your heart got to be in the right place.
It ain't gotta be. It should be. I'm just saying.
I mean, yeah, you're right. I'm just, yeah, your heart is supposed to be in there. I'm trying to find this
Each
thing.
council member gets to choose one person and the mayor chooses two. Yes, Miss Tamara. That's how the ethics and accountability works. Each ward appoints a person and the mayor gets two people. Um, Let me see.
I'm trying to find something, man. I'm sorry. My sister, like, put your head up, look up.
Mr. Loomy said, Carol, let's fly. Clack, you did great. That school board click, something I missed it. They moved it. Yes, rest in peace, Mr. Chris Del Moroni. That was a great man right there. Yes, he was. And Pastor Gilbert, he is a person. Mickey,
Man,
can
I'll
you
never
move the
forget when I saw
you
it
doing
past
me wrong,
when
Mister
I
Mickey?
saw
Can you move the thing down so I can read
I
it?
saw Chris
I'm
Del
doing. I'm
Maroney.
reading too slow. I better get some glasses, huh?
Look, I
You
saw
wouldn't want a person with a comprehension problem flying the plane. Nope, I don't. I don't. No, I wouldn't want that. Pastor Gilbert, he is truly a great man as well. Yes, and both of them were on the up and up. You tell them that what benefits the kids, and that's what they standing for, and that's what they're standing on. Unfortunately, everybody ain't there for the kids. Okay, let's be honest. Despite higher levels of government templates. Oh, Nikki. Okay, that does not mean to.
I think I'm getting
That does
close.
not mean to some
Here we
extent
go.
county and city cannot delegate. Okay. Carol, why is this that
Okay.
one glove? We call her Billie Jean. Oh, y'all, you know I don't know why she wearing no one glove. Okay. I can't explain why I'm doing half the stuff I'm doing. Y'all want me to tell y'all about somebody else? I had no idea, Miss McIntosh.
Okay.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
I
I
need
did.
another picture, Mick.
Okay, go ahead. What else you got?
Not this one. I just sent you another one. Okay, so that's not the one I want you to put up though.
We got a caller. Maybe they got a question for you, Clack.
Not that one just yet.
Caller, you on?
Well, hey, good evening. How are you, Miss Carol?
I'm wonderful, and yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing, Mr. Clack?
Hey, how you doing? Who's that? Tia?
Miss Tia.
Good. Mr. Mickey?
Not that one.
Mickey T. Miss Tia said hello. Yeah.
The 10 morning, evening bump. Let's do the evening bump.
Yes.
Show and Mickey's show. I just wanted to call in and
not that one yet.
Kind of give an example of how you can do things and people will steal and take credit.
Yes.
Back when I worked for GM, and this was prior to the worldwide exposure of the water crisis.
Yes.
I was at that time serving as civil and human rights chairperson for Local 651.
Uh-huh.
And I also sat on the regional board for the Civil and Human Advisory Committee.
Okay.
And at that time, on the regional level, we were all in a meeting, and the then president of the region wanted to know what could the Civil and Human Rights Advisory Board do.
They said cut your radio down a little bit, Miss Tia, please. Go ahead. We're listening.
Am I talking too loud or what was in the background?
No, your radio was up too loud, they're saying, or whatever source you're listening on was up too loud.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
So they wanted to know what could the advisory board do in the city of Flint that would make an impact. At that time, the water was an issue, but it was not global. So I knew that there was still a need for the residents to have some clean water. So I had proposed to the board, to the committee rather, let's do a water drive.
Mm-hmm.
And the committee was in agreement because I lived in the area. Now, keep in mind, this is a regional advisory committee. So it was people from all over the region that were in attendance at that table that was on the Civil and Human Rights Committee or at their local at their local offices. So when I brought it up at that time, it was the assistant director and the director was in attendance at the meeting.
Yes.
I believe it was the assistant director at that time said, well, that water issue is resolved. And up out of me before I knew it, jumped, that's a lie. So they left the room for about a minute or two, came back in the room, and they said, well, whatever the committee decides, whatever the committee decides, you guys can go with that. So the committee took my advice because I lived in Flint and said, okay, well, we want to address the water. So I had to organize a water drive. At that time, I did not receive any help from the regional level. And I'm talking about the director and the assistant director at that time. I did receive help, though, from my local, at that time, my president. So everybody from over the region, they would bring water to Flint. We were stored at Local 651. On the day of distribution, we had to take everything. Well, prior to the day of distribution, we got it all over there to the region. Everybody came up because I had already organized the different places that we were going to caravan and take the water to. It was 2 senior citizen complexes at that time. It was so well organized that they had people were taking pictures and all of this. And I'm talking about at that time, we had the director and the assistant director. I know the director was there in attendance taking pictures and all of this. Well, we completed our caravan, did the water distribution. Shortly after that, it became global news that Flint was in a water crisis. And I tell you, the UAW took the bat out of my hand, and I'm gonna say they put spikes on it and went to swinging it, talking about we was there. We was there. The UAW was there. They took credit. My mother wanted me to go down there and say that they didn't even want to do it. I told her I will not, because I wasn't doing it for recognition. I was doing it because it was a need and a concern at that time.
Right. I understand.
I said that to say this. Anytime there is the political influence of dollars, which the UAW has the ability to influence the votes that they get behind, the people in the political candidates in the political field, things can be tainted.
Yes.
Things can be tainted. So the UAW participants need to pay close attention to what's going on. Where are they putting their support behind? And at that time, I believe they were supporting the then mayor, Dan Walling, which is why I don't believe they wanted to do a water drive, but they went on ahead and did, because that's what the committee decided to do. The advisory committee decided to do, and they went on ahead and did it, but they definitely took the credit for something they didn't even lift a finger in helping me do.
That sounds about right. Thank you, Miss Tia, for calling in.
You're welcome.
Okay, bye-bye.
You're welcome. You guys have a good evening.
You too. Yeah, that's just about, see, that's how they do. That's how they do. They look here. Let me tell you. They love to snap their name on something that they didn't want nothing to do or have nothing to do. Michael Clack, you got something to say about that?
In my situation, it ain't gonna happen. Okay. Like we not doing that. I'm not doing that. So Nick, can you throw up another pick?
And also they're saying, go ahead while you're doing that. They're saying about if you have lip noise removed from your breast or under your arms, water could cause some swelling and chronic illness issues. Yeah, our water's not right. So yes, it can cause you to be ill. I'm not going to disrespect him and say you're absolutely right. And I don't see how anything's changed if we haven't fixed it. Is there any chance Miss Billy will return to the ENB board? I don't know. I hope so. They put Miss Billy's back against the wall with her job in the ENB board because Miss Billy wouldn't roll over like they wanted to roll over. And she's a stand-up type of lady. So I don't know how that's going to go. Had that issue with National Fed of the Blind president. A group of us created a feather. He took it because he wanted something, but somebody didn't took credit for somebody else's work. The comment jumped up, Mr.
So I wanted to show y'all. We good, Mick? We not up the picture, right? So these are the results from the primary, the last primary. So Representative Neely did fairly well. She won, of course. Mm-hmm. This is, you see our old buddy, Trevor up there, and there are three other Democrats, right? Okay. Now, Mick, need another pick.
The lymph nodes are usually removed because of cancer. I'm not saying this is what happens.
Okay. Slide to nope. Oh, go to the one I just sent. Yep. Okay. So now I'm gonna
What
tell
is
you.
sending it
This
to
is
Mickey?
why. This is why they nervous. That's why they sticking their nose everywhere.
Because of what? Let me see. School board, Flint Community School, partial term, Michael Clack, NP.
No,
10 oh yeah, 10,986 votes. You got 60%.
no.
Okay.
I started to wear my shades today.
Okay.
I started to wear my shades. I really did, but I wasn't. This wasn't that.
Right.
I'm not trying. This is not a flex. This is not a. This is not a nothing like that. This is just the truth.
Right. And there's nothing wrong with the truth, okay?
So this is just the truth. Okay. So Mick, I need another pick. Sorry, bro. Okay. Sorry for all the. Nope. This one. So excuse the picture. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make it that personal. I forgot to crop it out. So y'all don't be mad at me for that. I didn't mean to put their picture up there. I'm sorry. That's not what it
Lord,
was about.
somebody just said stop giving them photo eyes.
No, they ain't. No, they.
Oh.
So. So this is what I wanted everybody to see. These are the committees that the current rep sits on, and
Okay.
is the chair of the tax policy committee. Now, regulatory reform, I'm not exactly sure how that goes. You know what I mean? So I did what everybody else did. I asked Siri, but I forgot to bring my notebook. So I can't even tell you what it is. So,
Mickey, is he forwarding this to your phone? Are you forwarding those to Mickey's phone? What you
what?
forwarding them to A10 on Facebook?
Them pictures?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So these are so how much relief from the from energy. Last I called consumer, they told me before Christmas it was going up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rates are going up.
Yes, they are.
Energy and communication to technology. I don't know. I haven't seen any. Sixth Ward, all them saying it's a dead zone over there. You can't even get on the phone over in Sixth Ward.
They still got or I know over there. Once you cross Detroit Street up in
It's
that
a dead zone up in
Pulaski
there too.
area,
Mm-hmm.
man, you can forget about any type of reception over there. Oops. I want to send this to Mickey because I need him to. But except for I don't know how to send it. Are you sending it in? How I send that to
Mickey. Messenger?
Oh, we got to send it in Messenger.
Yeah, right here.
Oh. And I would like to hide.
It's so hard because you ain't got no iPhone. I don't be knowing how to do it.
I'm gonna catch up.
I'm just messing with you.
That's all right. Michael Clack be
I'm just messing
dogging my
with
little
you.
phone
I'm just
all the
messing
time.
with you.
He don't be wanting to help me because I ain't got an iPhone. Let me give me an iPhone.
You ain't gotta have no iPhone. So yeah. So that's how many of them committees. Like, come on, man. If you're gonna do the work, let's do the work.
But a lot of people sign up for these things. They're not intending on doing work. They're intending on collecting some type of check or getting themselves in position to move forward on something else. And due to the fact that it is Black History Month, Michael Clack, you got something you want to say?
No, go ahead.
Okay, running. What's that? She trying to play you for your, she's trying to play you for your hustle.
Stick me
New
for
Orleans
some
Times
paper.
Democrat
Stick me for
newspaper.
some paper.
The article
Trying to play.
entitled Pineville Colored Man Has Invented an Airship records Mr. Page as having applied for a patent on April 24th, 1903, and was granted it April 10th, 1906. The Wright brothers are recorded as having invented flying on December 17th, 1903. Mr. Page based his aircrafts on the inspiration of a dragonfly. In 1904, Mr. Page used his life savings to enter the airship competition of 1904 in St. Louis. However, Mr. Page would be robbed of the chance to win a $100,000 prize and fame, as his plane was either stolen or destroyed during the shipping. In the year 2023, Mr. Page's hometown of Pineville would honor him and his little known yet purposefully forgotten contributions. Mr. Charles Frederick Page is Black excellence and truly Black history. Be sure to tap in daily for real history all month. Charles Frederick Page was born into slavery around 1864. According to historian Michael Wynn, Mr. Page in Pineville, Louisiana is the first person to patent an airship. His patents predates the Wright brothers of North Carolina, who are incorrectly recognized as first inventors.
Got us on one minute now. Okay, so the Wright brothers were not the first to fly. And they didn't beat him out the little $100,000 prize way back. Doing what they do, you know how they do it, you know. So I just want to share that little Black history fact. I also want to celebrate my great grandfather, Sidney, who helped found the first Black school in Upper Mississippi back in the early 1900s. And I need to get the precise information because it is documented in some of our family. We have a big book of family members that have achieved. So he's in there for that. So I do want to know. Got any Black history facts? Anything else you want to drop on it?
I do. I know.
Okay, well, say what you want to say. Do your
I ain't on
thing,
that
baby.
right now.
Do your thing, chicken
I
wings.
ain't even on that right now. I'm trying to make history. I ain't trying.
That's right. Ain't nothing
My
wrong with
bad.
it.
I'm just sitting here. I'm like everybody man, telling people the truth.
Well, I don't think
It's
everybody,
about to be. It's not mad about the truth. It's mad about exposure. Not one lie have I told today.
everybody ain't mad about it though. Some
I've
people,
not told not one lie today. Now, what I will tell you is there's one common denominator when it comes to this whole population. One. One person done been at all three different levels.
hey, and we still in the crisis.
One person done
We
been at
still in the
all
crisis.
three different levels. I'm talking about city
Take
council
it,
when it
sure,
right
yeah.
city council when it was when they made the switch. Then the state rep when we was right all through it. Silent about the water. Not a mayor and can't finish it off.
Yep.
It's time, man. It's time. It's y'all. We got to do something.
Somebody told me say you is not gonna be first. Ah,
I'm pissing some people off saying what I know I am. I don't care.
they say promote yourself. Like people be mad when they realize they lied to about particularly everything. Yeah, they should, but the problem is the person that's going to be bad is the little guy, and they don't have the authority and any power. And they're laughing in our faces, stealing our tax dollars, poisoning us, taking our property on a line because it's being green space. And the bottom line is it is being taken over by corruption. And,
It has been taken over by corruption. We're trying to take it back.
and we're fighting hard, but what we have to realize also as Black people, a lot of times
That's what's going on with the sun.
the way we get taken over is people that look like us hand over the bag. And I feel like that is exactly what's happening right now. They're just handing over our stuff. We stuck it out. We stuck the water crisis out. Stuck the housing collapse out. We stuck it all out. We stuck COVID. We've been right here. And now that the money is flowing in and Joe Biden has gave us hundreds of millions of dollars, these vultures, these blood sucking, thieving nobodies who got somebody's label on them is robbing the working class people blind. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. They have received a you won't go to jail pass. I mean, like I said, look at all that Donald Trump has done. And they have failed to bring any criminal charges against him truly because he should be in jail by now. How come the rest of the January 6th crowd is in jail, but not he? You have his text messages where he knew about it and he did nothing. But that's that privilege. Let's just say what it is.
I'm just learning with my dad. I'm going through a hard time, my dad right now.
Yes, spring.
My dad told me back in the 90s when he was still with the counselor at Northern.
Oh, you got to speak up, Clack. They say they can't understand us.
Okay.
They can't understand.
Y'all can't get me. Y'all don't got me. Okay, so look, this reminded me. And I used to say, man, hey, he used to say, this is what my dad used to say back in the 90s. I know white boys can whip y'all ass. You know what I'm saying? And he was talking about, the Flushings, the Montroses, and and the Clios, and in football and basketball. And I'm like, man, you tripping. And you tripping. Like, this we win. They ain't finna beat us. You know what I'm saying?
They said the audio is pretty bad right now, Mickey. Please keep the mic up to your mouth. Okay, yes, so we gotta keep the mic. I just learned on today that outside of that $89 million, he's also being ordered to pay $350 million. Yes. Oh, they towed his tail up today. Oh, yeah. In New York, Donald Trump had a bad day. I think, a matter of fact, I think it's $355 million. They tried to hem the sister up from going after him. Oh, but baby, she was ready for him. Okay, that lady is a beast. They come trying to make it seem like she done something wrong because uh, one of the guys that helped her with the case, I guess they used to date or whatever the case may be. Everybody done their job. Okay, now you want to try to throw some dirt on her? She dragged his tail. He got to give up $355 million. And what else? Yeah, yeah, Clack.
No, but what I was saying is my dad could see what was going on with the school district 25, 30 years ago. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like he told me, he like, and I'm like, man, you tripping. When the last time you heard, and y'all know I'm not racist, so I don't want to say anything, but when the last time you heard, oh,
Can y'all hear us? Any breaker 19, like when your daddy had a
yeah,
CB back in the day. Breaker 19. Can y'all hear
what's your
us?
handle? So
They
so
say how your dad doing, Mr.
he's
Clack.
he's he's doing about as good as he can be. I just say it like that. I don't really like, got it's something we got to do,
Right.
situation. I'll just say that.
Somebody say 10
But
4.
but he knew back in the day that this was happening with the school district. Like he knew it, he could see it. You know what I mean? Like, and I used to say, man, you crazy. Powers ain't finna beat us.
Oh yeah, because they got
You know
all
what I'm
your they
saying?
got all our
Flushing
students.
ain't finna beat us. Grand Blanc ain't finna beat us. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the end of the day, he could see the trend. He knew what was going on. You know what I mean?
It wasn't hard to see though. The way they want fund the public school district.
And that's why he was the way that he was. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like that's exactly why the same people that my dad fought against, we fighting against right now.
Because it's the same playbook. It is the same old playbook over and over again. Lie, steal, cheat, get the news in to push this and not push that. Let these fools sit at the board table and vote for whatever they want to vote for. We're not doing that. That doesn't interest us. We're going to do that. They voted for that. We'll do that. That other
Thank you for the
stuff.
prayers, Miss Jackson. Thank you.
Yes.
But yeah, no, that's real quick because I know it's time we finna get off, but that's why we working on we working on so much, man. I just want really I want the best for the schools, man. I know it don't look like it, but I really do. You know what I mean? Like I know it, y'all. It looked like because of the news, the way the media got us, posted up there, like we just against the teachers, and that's not what it is. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it's just about negotiation. That's what I can say. You know what I mean? I can't. I
Yes,
don't
they
want to
did.
hurt nobody, or you know what I mean. Like I'm not trying to, you know. And I
Thank you,
feel
True
real because I
Heart.
can't say nothing. So I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
because you're just one person. And you can't speak on everything. That's one thing about when you sit on these boards. It's just a lot of stuff that you just cannot say because as a board member, you have to keep your cards close to your chest as it refers to up and coming situations because you don't want the ops to attack your work before you get a chance to do it. That's our time, Mickey.
Yeah.
Mickey throwing us off. He ain't letting us get an extra 5 minutes on. I am taking Miss McIntosh to war
Look
with
at she
me.
don't even care. She like, I'm gonna read
We
the
finna get
last.
off.
She gonna
We
read
finna
the
get off
last.
because he.
I'm gonna get the last word.
No, he finna throw us off. Wait, Miss Karen, let me see that. I am taking Miss Karen. Let me just see a few love, Mr. Clack. Biggie, just let me in.
Because the other
Thank you,
person,
Mama.
Thank you.
the other show about to start. That's
Okay,
all.
so we got to go because Sister Circle is finna start. Tune in
Happy Friday,
next
y'all.
week right here for another good Friday. Me and Michael Clack gonna be
Had to
here
set some
filling you
things straight.
in,
I feel like I
letting
got
you
it.
know what's going on, setting some things straight,
Had to
keeping
get
it
some stuff
real
off
with
my
y'all.
chest. Hope I ain't mess. I hope I ain't pissed too many people off. I'm sorry if I did.
Fighting on the Flint Community School
I'm really
Board
not.
and the ethics board. He talking about he hope he don't piss nobody off, but you ain't
I
did
just
nothing but
said-
told the truth.
I just said I'm really not.
Oh, okay, because if they get mad because you telling the truth and standing up for what's right and fighting for the community, then I guess it's better to be pissed off than to be pissed on. Peace.